I am sending you the cover reveal image.
Okay, cool.
So good.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Monday Motivation Sprints. I'm so sorry I had to cancel last week. I was just exhausted. It was not a good time, but I am back to my normal self. Yay! And here with some friends, double yay. We're here every Monday night at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be doing 30-minute sprints. And I'm going to have my lovely co hosts introduce themselves. And then I've got a little surprise sneak peek um, of my cover that we were finalizing. It's like almost tweaked. So even this little sneak peek, there's still a little bit of tweaks to do, but you guys get to see it first. Um, Zara and then Teresa, you want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. My name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, and I have arcs on hand
Yeah.
for the first four of, well, technically the first three of our titles, and then a title that's coming out in between. So anyway, yeah, we have The Legionnaire and Down the Well, and The Storm Gathers coming out. And then there will be a book by Jesse Elliott, and then this book, Heirs of Bone and Sea by Kay Adams, who's actually in the chat, followed by Holly's book, which we're just picking up the cover, so I do not have anything in my hand to hold for that book yet either.
Yay!
But yeah, so I'm a book publisher. I technically still write, but very rarely now. So I'm just happy to be on any productivity stream to get stuff done because my to-do list is never shrinking.
Hi, everyone. I'm Teresa Beasley. I write under the pen name T.A. Beasley, and I write young adult and adult thrillers. And I really need this sprint right now to take my mind off of other things.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you here. And I think everyone knows me, but I'm Holly. My debut YA fantasy, A Diamond Bright and Broken, comes out in April 2024 with Inimitable Books. And I get to share with you guys first, and then also in my newsletter, I'll be sharing a little bit, a sneak peek of A Diamond Bright and Broken. So let me find that and pull that up. How do I do that? I don't even know. Oh gosh, how do I share? Oh, because I like downloaded it. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how to share like.
Do you want me to like add it to the screen and you?
Yeah, could you do that?
Yeah.
I can't do it.
No, it's fine. You're probably just like so excited that it's happening that you're like.
I know. All right, here is the sneak peek cover. You've seen it here first. Woo!
Yay!
I'm so excited. It's so beautiful. You guys are going to love it. What's inside and outside. There's still time to sign up for the cover reveal. It is linked down below. So please go ahead and do that. I think a lot of you have. I know Janine has. But yeah, super excited. So beautiful.
Coming together so beautifully.
It is.
Yay!
So we have lots of friends here. Felicia is always first. Love it. Hello. And then Kay, I was on Inimitable Books channel on Sunday doing a live stream, and I was like literally reading the climax of Heirs of Bone and Sea, and then I finished it, and then I had to message Kay and just be like, what did you do to my heart and my life, and I need the sequel. So yeah, it was great. I loved it.
So Sam and Kay, so author of The Legionnaire and author of Heirs of Bone and Sea, had read each other's things before I got submitted them. So by the time I was reading this, I had already acquired this, and I was, Sam was texting me and was like, "Oh, if you think what I did was bad," I'm like, "Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that." Like, because it's absolutely true. Where there are just moments where I was like screaming.
Yeah, I was like, Kay's the evil author. Yep, the typical evil author.
This is in my hand is a 6x9 paperback, so the hardcovers will be these dimensions. The spine will look thicker because it'll be a hardcover. But these are what arcs will look like for all of these. This is the first time this cover has ever been printed because we redid this cover, and then I resized this one for arc form, and then these are both have never been printed at all, like exterior or covers. So
looks so good. Yay! So Janine is gonna be eating dinner,
so cool.
And then she'll be ready to write. Love it. Get your food fuel. Hunter's here. Hey, Hunter. Cool gamer. Okay, it's in book form. I love it.
Okay, when I'm talking about like how multiple certain parts of the book just are like made me internally scream while reading.
And yay, my twin is here, Heather. I felt bad because she like alternates working on like Mondays. But then she's like, yeah, I am finally gonna make it for the stream and last week.
Show off the cover teasers.
I know, but last week she's like, I'm gonna be there, and then I'm like, yeah, and I have to cancel, so I'm glad I could be here. And she already pre-ordered it. Oh, I love it.
Good sister.
Thank you. Oh, yay, and the little sparkles. Yay, diamonds. Thank you.
A diamond bright and broken.
Hello, Alfonso.
Hey, Rob. People to see it.
I know. Oh my gosh.
It's such a good cover, and we still have like 2-3 tweaks for the cover artist. So
yes.
We're so close. We're like a week out.
It's crazy. I love how
almost
fast it's moving. Thank you, Casey. Love these Monday sprints. I love getting to be productive with you all. Oh, thank you.
I don't know if so cool.
Up one more time since like people have come since.
Yes.
Off the screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I just want everyone to sign up for your cover reveal so it is shared far.
Now I can share it because I was wanting to come out with a newsletter, but I kind of wanted the sneak peek one. So now, so that's probably what I'll be working on actually during these sprints is my newsletter with the little sneak peek of the Diamond Bright and Broken. So yeah, let's go ahead and get our kitty race timer going. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oops, sorry. And Teresa's here. Okay. So happy. All right. I'm just like grinning ear to ear now. I can't stop.
I am too. You can see it. I haven't stopped smiling.
You both are.
I know. I'm just so happy.
I'm so excited for you. I'm really. I'm always not as because it's not like I'm the author and this is my cover, but it's like I'm almost as excited as the author. Whenever I see the cover, whenever I see it like in print form.
Oh well, yeah, and everyone kept asking me because I'm like, oh, we're working on the cover.
It's exciting.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, how's it go? Do you have any involvement?" I'm like, "Yes, I am very involved." They're asking for my input every step of the way, and it's so appreciated. And it's just like been like the best process so far.
Your critique group is asking that, or
just anyone, like people at work or family, like anyone that I'm just updating people. But yeah, like if people at work, they're like, "Let me know when I can pre-order it," and like people are just like really sweet.
Kay made a good point that cat number 1 matches your cover, and normally I would pick Zuko, but I think I'm gonna pick one.
Yes. Cover. I forget if he had a name, but he's Bluey now, so whatever.
I think I said Bluey in the chat.
Was it Bluey? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Heather has to write a letter of recommendation for a pre-vet student. Ooh.
ooh.
Figure number 4. Yeah, get in your picks for the cat. Ralph has
I think I'm going with number 3.
Aw. Yeah.
I'm gonna go odd number today. I'm gonna go 3.
Ooh, love it.
Heather, how often do you have to write recommendation letters?
Yeah, that's a good question.
And
It
also,
is.
people ask you, like, do a bunch of people ask you, and then you're like, I'll pick a few, or I'll pick one.
He Who Controls the Weather will be released with my cover. What? You also designed that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
And
I'm
then
gonna
Von
check this
Ember, I'm
book out.
gonna Google that.
Yeah, me too. Cool. I remember when I started going on Upwork, I got someone who wanted me to write their like physical therapy school essay to like get into school, and I was like, I was so like savage. I literally messaged them and I'm like, if you wanted me to edit what you already did, that'd be fine. But I am not writing your essay for you. We need honest people in this industry or something like that. I was so savage at the time. I mean, and because I was just like, okay, at least do something. Because I've like edited people's things, but I was like, if you just want me to write it, like this is. And then I'm like, it needs to be from your voice, with your passion, all this stuff. Like, it was probably the writer in me that was just like, no, like,
no. I completely agree with you. It's like, no. Also, I can't find Raylan Von Ember on the internet. I've typed it in.
Oh no.
I don't know if there's like not a pre-order page up yet because the cover is still being designed by.
Yeah, do they have like a website or something?
Nah, the internet's not cooperating. Sorry.
Oh.
I was curious.
All right. Well, with that, Hunter, yeah, if you have a link or something to Raylan's like a website or something, but if not, if something will be available soon. Okay. Yeah, let us know. Keep us in the loop on future sprints.
I just wanted to see a cover. I wanted to see the cover.
Yeah, we want to see the cover. But we'll get started in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the end of the first sprint. Yay, Bluey won! Yay, I'm so happy.
It was for your cover.
Yes, it was.
It's also the first time I've ever won.
See, my book is good luck. I'm almost done with the newsletter, but I didn't. I'm so close to being able to send it out, which is super exciting. And who else voted? Did anyone else vote for one? Well, Kay voted for one, and Janine voted for one. Yeah, so many people won. Yes.
Wow.
Hold on, I hear my dinner here. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. How did you do, T?
Well, I've been working on the outline for my second book. So I got all my characters done, and I was working on the timeline.
Nice.
Because I did actually finish my first draft of the first book.
Oh, yay.
So I kind of set it aside. Yeah, I set it aside so I could start outlining because I want to start writing the second one here shortly. But I want to get my outline all mapped out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using Mandy Lynn's book launch outline planner.
Oh yeah, I have
My novel outline planner.
Oh my gosh.
Mom's, but I have it technically.
I literally I bought this like years ago, even when I didn't have a book out, but I bought the book launch planner.
Yeah, that's the one I have.
Oh yeah.
So funny.
Have it in my hand.
Yeah, and because I'm like, I can use it now. I can use it. So
Yay.
I was manifesting.
Yeah, I got all three. Because she separated them out now, so I have all three of them, but I'm doing the second book with the actual novel outline planner.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I know she had changed some things. I couldn't remember like what she had changed about it, but
yeah, she like broke it up so it's like 3 different books. So you got the outlining, then the writing one, and then you have the book launch one. So
ooh, fun.
Yeah. And it's been really helpful, especially getting the character backstory and stuff together. So it's been very, very helpful.
Nice.
So now I'm just working on the timeline. And
since we're expressing our love for Mandy, I don't have all of them in print editions, but these series.
Oh, nice. Oh, now I need to
I have that series too.
Mandy and Bethany.
Actually, because I only bought the ones that were relevant to me at the time. So I didn't do the book sales that multiply because I was like, I don't have a book out yet, but I think I got like the social media, like marketing for authors, or the social media for authors, and then whatever the other one was.
I need to reread them because honestly, I could probably do with a refresher, but I don't know. The thing is that I used to read so much stuff about book marketing, and then I just never applied to my own books. But now that I'm marketing other people's books, I'm like, yeah, I get on it.
Gotta get it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, planning a prop. Oh, there's other ones. Okay, I need to see which ones I bought to see which ones I should. Yeah, that I still need to get.
Well, if you're looking on Amazon, it'll say that you purchased if you go onto a page.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll tell you.
I think I got the first one as like a freebie during the Wander Writers Retreat. So like I know I have like one or two of them. And then I think I
just have to get the last 2.
Yeah. Oh, Janine, that's my newsletter. Were you there for the I'm sending the newsletter. I don't know if you were eating. No, you saw the cover. But anyways, I'm sending out a little short newsletter to my subscribers, which I think you're subscribed to my newsletter. But anyways, it's linked down below. if you're not, or anyone else who wants to subscribe at hollydavisbooks.com, I have a bunch of like writer and reader like freebies on the members page. So I just like kept adding things throughout the years. But yeah, then you can get the little sneak peek that I'll be sending soon. Again. Okay, working on social media posts. So I made a few more during that sprint. Yes, Pinteresting it up. How did you do, Zara? Did you?
I like did some admin stuff, but I think my next sprint will be eating because I haven't eaten all day today. Don't yell. I just.
That was the opposite. My coworkers and I, we were like, I don't know why I'm so hungry today. It was like 10 o'clock, 10:30. We're like, is it lunchtime? We're like, I don't know. Our bodies are just preparing to like move and do things. So, and like with the heat, like the impending 100 degrees that we're supposed to get on Thursday, which I don't remember it ever getting to triple digits in Chicago. So yeah, that'll be fun. But anyway, so I'm like, I think my body's like preparing. It's like, get a sustenance.
Survival instinct.
Right. Hi, AIB, Venerable Junior. Cool. Oh, you got like a really cool AIB V87. Welcome. I got 525 words. Forgot to vote on the race. No worries. We'll have another race you can vote on. And okay, Janine, yeah, I thought you were subscribed, and I couldn't remember if you were gone or saw the cover. Okay, cool.
Well, because you showed it again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's why. Janine's looking at book boxes to get put into. There's ones I can take advantage of.
Oh, cool.
Yours cannot. Ooh.
I actually just talked to the person at Simon & Schuster to be like, hey, you've mentioned like Owl Crate for the titles, but like there are others as well. And I just want to make sure we're not putting all our eggs in one basket. And they're like, oh, here are all the ones we were thinking of. Did you have any others to add? I was like, here are 3 more to add, but thank you.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, my heart is so full with happiness. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not the only one who was ravenous today. Good to know. Oh, Alfonso. Okay, just change your name. Okay. Oh, Al. Okay, I think I was calling you AI. Okay, sorry, Al. Just let me know what you want me to call you. I'll try to remember.
Because there's a capital A and then a capital B, we assume that the letter in between was a capital I.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. All right, let me get our kitty race timer back up. These sprints always, or like the stream always flies by when I have guests. I'm like, oh my gosh. Here you go, T.
I'm sorry, the Wi-Fi in my office at work is so crazy.
Oh, yeah, it's okay.
I thought you got kicked again because of like the sharing the timer or something that like something.
Yeah, it's so weird. My office is it's goofy. Seems that I'm still at work.
Mm-hmm. I know. I was like, I don't recognize this background.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. I work in my office, so.
Cool. Al, and oh, what are some book boxes for Black authors? I already have a few on my list and don't want to skip. Oh, I don't know enough about book boxes, so looks like Zara's got some recs.
I'm sorry, I had a list earlier and there was literally one for Black authors that.
No. Okay, they did switch. Okay, I was like, wait, the cats did switch up. It's just that Bluey is still number 1 again.
Yes.
Where he should be.
Hold on, wait. How did this list organize? There's one for Black authors. Where is it on this list? Is the question. I'm sorry. I can look.
No, I'm just laughing because I had sent a message in the Diversity is Lit book club like messenger group with just like the co-hosts and I, and so I see I see the little 3 dots writing, and so I'm like, but then I'm also talking to T on here, so I'm like, black lit box. Oh,
It says it has to be by authors of color, and they provide high quality products from Black owned businesses. I'm not completely sure if the books themselves have to be a certain genre or if it can be
okay.
like, I don't know if they allow fiction or if it has to be nonfiction or something. I'm trying to look at their photo. Oh no. Okay, so they have The Hate You Give. So
Oh,
it can be
awesome.
fiction. But then I don't know if it has to be like an issue book where like the book, even if it's fiction, talks about what it's like to be Black.
Got it.
So I don't know. You probably want to reach out to them and figure that out.
Cool. I did write it in the comments.
I'm gonna vote Bluey again.
I know. I kind of wanted to vote for Bluey again as well. I think I'm going to.
I'm gonna take number 4 this time.
Awesome. Okay, everyone, get in your vote for which cat you think is going to win. And then we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone.
I almost switched back to Zuko.
And Zuko just popped up right now. I was like, hey, you won, buddy.
I almost picked Zuko for the second sprint, and then I got too complacent. I was like, Bluey will do it again.
Yep.
Better. Should have followed my instinct.
I know. Let's see. Janine won again. Okay, 2 for 2. I see you. Oh, that's great. Yay. How did everyone do? How'd you do, Zara? You finally got some food in you?
I finished eating.
Yeah, good.
But because I got like a really big salad with like a lot of things in it to basically make up for the fact that I didn't eat it all today, I couldn't like inhale it and then get back to work. So I basically was eating that whole sprint.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I think about sometimes when I'm like eating lunch. I'm like, why did I like make something that like takes me a long time to eat and then I can't just like scarf it down?
Yeah, I was just like, I want to eat fast. If I eat too fast, though, I'll be sick, which would not be good.
Yes.
So.
Oh, I also forgot to say that Teresa had to go in the middle of that sprint, but she said, bye, everyone. And it was fun getting to chat again. So, yes, I sent out my newsletter and then I was catching up on some emails. So it was productive.
That's good.
Yeah.
I finally like updated my to-do list for the day to be like, okay, here are the things I got done and this is what I still need to do, because today I was just doing a bunch of stuff without having written down that like, oh, this is what you already did and this is what still needs to be done, which is like really dangerous to be playing when I'm not currently with my ADHD medicine because of a countrywide shortage. But I was just like, oh, like I'd rather just keep going rather than, take time to write everything down for the day.
Yeah.
And, that's not going to fly today, tomorrow. So I wrote down. You okay?
Yeah, I was like, there's something stuck in my throat. There's a shortage. That's not good.
And it's not just my ADHD medicine, it's all stimulants. So it's not like, oh, just switch to a different brand, which first of all is like, this is medicine, which is changing your brain chemistry. So it's not like you could just swap them out.
No. Oh my gosh, that's not okay.
And I was like, oh, great, cool.
Oh my gosh. Well, do they have like some sort of ETA on when things will be up and running? And it was like last year it was like baby formula. Now it's like ADHD meds. Like,
yeah, no, because it was supposed to be like okay 2 weeks ago, and then it wasn't. And now I think they just gave up on trying to be like, it'll be better blank, because they were clearly wrong last time. So I think they're just like, we don't know either. And I'm like, cool.
Great.
So glad. Like, I think my body has finally readapted to not having the ADHD medicine. ADHD medicine. Not HD as in high definition.
High definition medicine, yeah.
So I'm doing a little bit better, but like I know that this is not my best functioning self, but it's what I got.
Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully, yeah, you can function without it and, function-ish without it until the supply comes back.
It's just kind of like, at this point, it's like I have to. Like, it's not even an option. It's fine. We're getting through it.
That's good. Let's see. Janine was going to brainstorm some stuff in this chapter. Then instead of brainstorming, I counted the books on my shelves. I might need to redo them. Oh.
Like redo the shelves or redo counting because you think you might have lost count somewhere?
Yeah, I finally when I redid my bedroom and I took all the books out and put them back in rainbow colors because I was like, oh, which
Ooh,
is
you should take pictures of
I
that.
forgot. I took pictures and then I meant to post them and then for whatever reason I forgot. So yeah, but I need to post them because I was like, oh, I always saw that like on Bookstagram and I was like, I want that aesthetic. So okay, so I'm setting our 30 cats for 30 minutes. And Zuko, I see there's a black one in there.
Oh, Janine said redo the shelving. I'm out of
Oh.
I might have to get a new shelf. I'm getting a new shelf that's gonna be where the dog bed is.
Oh.
And then I will be moving the dog bed to the other side of the gray thing where you can see my TV sitting.
Cool.
Moving it over. I wasn't the one who asked for another bookshelf. My mom was like, hey, you have a lot of things on your bookshelf. You can make it neater. Do you want another bookshelf? I was like, well, you offered, so yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah, I need it because I moved mine slightly, like one of mine, and then like the back just like came off and it like literally looked like the whole thing was gonna fall apart, like some dilapidated, like the nails would just like topple over. And so we just carefully like shuffled it back against the wall. We're like, okay, no, don't touch it. Because mine are like 2 rows deep. And then now I'm sliding on top because I'm running out of room. So Kay seems to have the same problem.
I don't. So they're not 2 rows deep, which would be good because then I completely forget that I had things.
Yeah.
But they're like deep enough that I tried to move everything back here so that it wouldn't tip.
Mm-hmm.
And then just to be extra careful, you know what a shim is, which is like a small piece of wood.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I stuck that underneath the front.
Oh,
so
that's
technically my bookshelf is tipped back against the wall a little bit. You can barely tell, but between that literally being tipped and then all the weight being pushed at the back, assuming there's no actual reason that it could fall, we're good.
Nice. Oh,
I don't have any like my cousins who are really little who would maybe want to climb on it. They haven't come here, so
good.
We're safe.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if someone like my cats, I'm like, okay, be careful when you're jumping on things. The option I can do might be tricky. Even then, the space will be questionable. Oh, and okay, I thought I would feel like this too, like about the series being separated, but seeing the rainbow, it is so much fun. So I was able to like be like, okay, these things are separated. There's hardcovers, different sizes next to these smaller paperbacks, but it still works.
I like the color. I know I wouldn't be able to find anything that I want from it because that's not how my brain categorizes books.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, aside from my personal, sorry, I tipped it down. My self-published books, which are at the top row,
Oh, nice.
All 7 of my books. I then have like books I read when I was younger and loved. So starting here are childhood favorites. Then I have a bunch of books that are about Sherlock, and then a bunch of books that are about fairy tales. Not just fairy tales themselves, but like theory books about fairy tales, because I had written a paper when I was in 10th grade about fairy tales in society. And then below here, I have Jessie Elliott's books, the original versions of her Twisted Fate series.
Yeah.
New one taken by the Fae. The hardcover of her co-written series, which she has since taken off of purchasing. So
it is?
Yeah. God. And then I have the Cora Carmack Losing It series, her Rusk University series, which I was in like an ARC reader for that entire series, but then she put it on hold because she started doing like her Tor fantasy young adult series, which I'm forgetting the name of. It has Storm in it somehow. I can't remember. All I can think of is the Storm Gathers.
Right.
They're publishing. Then I have Wendy Higgins, the Sweet Evil series, and then her self-published book Soul in Darkness, because I was an ARC reader for that, which is her Cupid and Psyche retelling.
Cool.
And then starting from there below is books that if they're on that bookshelf, I want to read next. But when am I going to do it? Who knows? Everything up for a while is like it's already been read. Don't need to do that. But like I like having them because I might want to reread them. And then the rest of them here are you should read these, and I just haven't yet because I have a bunch of books at my mom's place that have been read and are not ones that I reread, but like I just haven't unhauled them.
Nice. Well, now you'll have an extra bookshelf for.
I know. Also, the bottom row of my bookshelf is like packing supplies. So
nice. I think the reason why I decided to do the rainbow is because I don't often reread books because there's so many new ones I want to read. So then I do have them in rainbow colors, but then I have a separate part that's all the books I need to read.
Okay, see,
yes.
Okay.
So that I can keep it. So I'm like, okay, these ones I haven't read yet. And then here's all the rainbow ones of the ones I have read.
I think what I would maybe have to do if I did rainbow and I didn't have a separate section like you do, which I think is like genius because that's what I'm doing too, is I'd have to take a picture of the spines of the books I need to read. Because it's one, like, yeah, I'll remember what the front cover of a book looks like. But if you're doing spines out, that doesn't help me necessarily.
Yeah, exactly. Kay has 5 bookshelves in a rainbow. Each shelf alternates between books and teapots, and the teapots match the color scheme. It's very aesthetic and chaotic.
Okay, if you haven't posted that on your social media yet, Kay, you have to. Also, it'll be so nice as a backdrop for when you have your book. You could just.
Yes. I realize like now like I have nothing behind me to like prop up things. I'm just gonna have to have something hanging from the ceiling. Just my book just dangling.
You could like get a poster of your book cover and hang it between your door and that window behind you.
Yeah, I should do that. Yeah, that'll be perfect. It's blank. It's waiting for something.
All of my like book craft and book marketing books are actually in my desk because it's an L shape.
Oh, nice.
That's specifically because I knew it had bookshelves in it, but I got it off of Amazon for like $150. It's really sturdy for what it is. It was easy to put together. But also by the time I finished putting all this stuff in, I was like, wow, this is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. So it was nice. I was like, oh, I can have all my like writing stuff here.
That's fun. And like, yeah, I've got some, because my desk is so big, I've got like books on here of like I had the book launch planner on here, the new Save the Cat that I need to read, the current book I'm reading. So I've got like some books that have like filtered its way over here. So unhaul, yeah, I usually I also should probably do another like round of like, do I really need this? So kind of like I was like Marie Kondoing some things like, okay, I appreciated this then. Let me pass it along so someone else can read it and enjoy it.
I have some books that I got, like physical copies of it, and I have yet to touch them. And part of me is like, do I just unhaul them, make more space, and then if I'm going to read it, like I'll like get it from the library the next time around?
That's so true.
They're just taking up space.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yep. For the Wolf, I won in a giveaway. So that one I'm keeping.
Oh.
And then there was one I got because I was Phantom of the Opera, like inspired. And I was so excited for it. And then I heard some not great things about it. And so I haven't picked it up yet.
Oh, shoot.
And if I like it, I'm going to want a physical copy of it. If I don't like it,
then you won't.
Those two I know that like, oh, I can wait or keep them or whatever. But the other ones are just like, what do I do?
Yeah, that's a bummer. Okay, so there's 30 cats here for 30 minutes.
I'm picking the darker purple one, the one that's like somewhere in the middle. It's right behind Bluey.
I see him, yes. He's behind Bluey, yes. I'm gonna go with number 3 because he's like a pinkish one. So
Yeah.
we'll go with that. Go ahead and vote for which cat you think is going to win this final sprint. Yes, dark purple. Ooh, 16. Nice. That might be Bluey.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try and count this time like I normally do because I'm just like, no,
I know, it's too hard.
power for something else when I no longer have the amount of dopamine I'm supposed to in my brain. Nope, I'm good. I'll figure it out.
All right, we're going to start this final sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the final sprint. Yay. Oh, Zuko. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Did
Sorry.
anyone pick? Oh, no, you're fine.
Was just listening to an audiobook file, and I was like, oh, I'm like 2 sentences away from reaching the end.
Yeah, no, that's important. It's like when you've like almost, for Nano, when you're at like 16, 100 words, or, you're almost done with the chapter. It's like, you just finish it out.
Exactly. And I try not to do that when I'm a guest, but I was like, oh, I'm literally so close.
Whoa, okay, Zook. Okay, 26, no, but number 19, the purple one. Wait, were you doing dark purple or light purple? I can't remember.
So I'm 17.
Oh, 17. Okay.
17. I should have picked 19, but
I don't know who was.
I mean, either way, I still wouldn't have been.
I think yours is the only one that's on the page.
Yeah. 19 would have been like 5th place because I think it's 26, 13. I think it's 11 or 14, whatever that brownish one is behind. Oh, no, 11's further back. So they must be 14 or something. And then 27 and then 19. What would have been number 5?
All right. So how did everyone do?
I listened to 3 audiobook chapters in total. It might have maybe been like 3.5 if I hadn't gone back and listened to one again, just to be like, wait, I know I just listened to this, but I want to make sure I ain't missed anything.
Nice. Yeah, you've been productive with those.
I feel like it's a never-ending thing because I look at the list and it looks like it never gets smaller, but I know that's not true. Like I can very clearly see. So the number of things is smaller in the number of numbers here. So I obviously know that stuff happened, but it still feels like I think I'll be done by the end of tomorrow.
Nice. Yeah, I did. I watched some YouTube videos and then I was reading in This Violent Reckoning that I like when I like a book, it's hard because I'm like, I want to binge read it, but then I also want to savor it. So this one I was trying to savor, but I'm like, I literally should be binge reading this. So
See, but that's why I do rereads. Is I'll binge something. Like if I'm hooked, I'm hooked, and I binge it, and then when I inevitably reread it, is if I loved it the first time around, is when I like savor.
That's so true. That's a good point.
But you also said that you're not someone who does rereads, so like I understand that wouldn't necessarily work for you.
Yeah, I do like very, very few books. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to reread that. So it's like, if I want to reread your book, that's like really good.
How do you feel about Here's a Bone and Sea?
Oh yeah, that's like a definite reread for sure.
Yeah, I just.
Speaking of K has 11 posts created so far, so that's good for a few weeks, I think. Yeah, that's amazing. Nice. Carrie, creative. Hello. Worked on typing up a handwritten draft during that sprint. Nice. I love handwriting, and it's like I try to find a balance between like my digital self and then my old school self, where it's like there's digital calendars, but also I like paper and pen, and I like scratching things out, and like, as opposed to just this little digital checkbox. So it's like, but then that is a little bit easier, and then I can check it on my phone, computer. So it's like, oh, it's like such a struggle.
I tend to only do my to-do list in my bullet journal now. I used to do both digitally in here, and then I was like, you know what, too many places, too many ways for something to fall through. But if it's something that like I need to reference a lot of the time, It's normally digital, and then sometimes it's also in my phone. But a to-do list where it's like it's not really relevant once the day's over because I copy and rewrite whatever is necessary for the following day.
Yes.
So a to-do list is just like it's in here, and I draw calendars in my bullet journal, and I used to use them a lot more than I do now. Like,
oh, nice.
and it used to have a lot more in it, but now it's. I didn't even fully finish writing everything in. Here, I'm actually looking at this, and I'm like, oops. Whatever.
Yeah, now that I have the calendar in the book launch planner, I'll use that for like the book, bookish stuff, and then I can keep my other stuff separate. Janine worked on a review for a book I got gifted last week, Tilly in Technicolor. Cool.
That's a cute name.
Yeah, that's super cute. Spoiler alert, it was a fun rom-com. I usually don't read rom-coms. Like only 1 to 2 a year. Ooh.
Oh my God.
So this one really made the cut.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, I don't exclusively read rom-coms, but when I was in undergrad and grad school, the only thing that my brain could handle when I was I want to read instead of like watching YouTube or watching a TV show or something it was always like a contemporary romance because I don't have to worry about world building. It has the tropes that I know are like, it's like people are like, oh, romance is too formulaic. I'm like, which is why romance readers like it. Also, it was like the least amount of brain work I had to put into reading something while still enjoying it. So rom-coms were like my jam from, 2016 to 2022.
Nice. I always like go in waves between like, oh yeah, I just want like rom-coms or I'm just all fantasy, or I'm like, I need some middle grade, and then I'll go through my like horror thriller. And since like fall is trying to arrive, or at least like showing itself a little bit, I'm like, I am ready for fall. So I'm like, it's not October yet, but I'm just like, I need to read spooky things. Give me all of the creepy things. And then sometimes I'll read like summery rom-coms in winter. So it's like, it's so random.
I think because of how long I was like reading romances and not thinking deeply about stuff, almost everything I've acquired has been like high fantasy. I absolutely had a snapback effect, and I'm like, that's great. I'd like to also acquire some like not fantasy for the imprint at some point, so that people are like, oh, you publish fantasy, and I'm like, yes, but not only, because if it's only fantasy, I think I'll always be like, I just want something light. Is that too much to ask? Because it's not in any of those.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I should know this, but what age categories and genres do you acquire?
So I'm open. Sorry. I'm currently close to queries at Inimitable books. So when I say I'm open to, it's like feature, theoretical, don't query me right now after you hear this. Where I'm fine with middle grade through adult. So middle grade, young adult, new adult. That's not to say like erotica isn't allowed, but when I say adult, I mean as in not teen fiction, not that it's necessarily like adult themes of what some would say like inappropriate. I'm just like more mature.
Right.
And then genre-wise, I know that I'm not someone who would want to read like dark romance. So like a lot of what book talk is all about, I'm like, I don't need to find the next haunting Adeline. I'm okay not being the one who has to edit that. And horror is such a hit or miss for me because I need to be in the mood to be scared, and it needs to scare me the proper way. So I don't know if I'd ever like open myself up to that and then just potentially scare myself like really badly and not in a fun way by reading submissions. So probably those are out. I'd never say never to like Westerns, but I also can't, like, I've never really read one and enjoyed it. So like, it's also not like on a wish list.
The
But
only Western I read and enjoyed was Pistol Daisy by Natalia Lee.
yeah.
That's the only Western I've ever read. And I was like, wow, I guess I like Westerns, or at least the one that she wrote, because it was awesome. And I actually I'm like, where's that sequel? That was so good.
Yeah.
With
So
City.
I'm very so dark fantasy romance. Janina's saying dark fantasy romance seems to be the hot genre of the week, and then Carrie's saying romantasy. So to me, I hate the term romantasy with a burning passion because it refers to romance. It refers to fantasy romance, not romantic fantasy. Even though romantic fantasy slammed together is what you do to get romantasy. And the reason there's a distinction is that when you say dystopian romance, it's a romance with dystopian setting and vibes or whatever. Fantasy romance it's a romance, and that's the point, but there are like fantasy elements. Romantasy implies that it's a fantasy and then there are romantic elements, and that's not what ACOTAR is. That's not what and now my brain is completely whatever, because all those other types of books. So I just hate the term romantasy because it's not accurate. I don't hate it because it's like cringy or whatever. It bugs me so much that it's not accurate. Dark fantasy romance, I'm okay if like fantasy gets dark. I'm not saying I can't handle dark things in books, but when it's a dark romance, I don't like the dark stuff happening between the love interests. It's just not my cup of tea. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fiction. I have faith that people can be like, this is fiction. This is what's okay in reality. Ne'er the two shall meet sometimes. Like, it's okay if it stays within the covers of a book. Like, that's okay. I understand that. But that's just not really for me. And then also going back to age categories, I don't think I could do anything younger than middle grade. Me, I always read a little bit above like what was age appropriate for me, just because apparently I was a little bit slow to start reading, but once I did, I like got ahead and never stopped. So I feel like I'd try and do a chapter book, and then someone would be like, this reads more like a middle grade book. I'm like, sorry. Might as well just stick with middle grade as my lowest thing. Rebecca's comment's funny.
Join the cover reveal.
Yes.
Should
I put up the teaser again, or should I open the teaser and then you can put it up again?
Yeah, you can put it. Yeah. You do it and then I'll put it up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess it changed. I think I did say the 28th because it was.
It was, and now it's the 28th.
Now it's the 29th.
It was a mistake in the form where because it's supposed to be on a Tuesday.
A Tuesday, yeah.
My finger slipped when I had made the form.
Yeah, for those of you who weren't here at the beginning, here's a sneak peek at the cover. Dun, dun, dun. I love it. I'm still like fangirling. So yes, please sign up for the cover reveal. I also will be sharing Kristen Artis's cover because I'm on her street team. So all of the love can go around to all of the authors.
That's cool. I love cover reveals. They're always so exciting.
Me too. Titles and cover reveals are like my jam. I'm like, oh, I love it so much.
I've been Bright and Broken. I still love that title so much.
Me too. I'm so glad that you like helped me rework it. Yeah. To change it.
I honestly just said like, hey, this title needs to be longer, which is like not a sentence I ever thought I'd say. This title needs to be longer. And then you went to your critique group, came back, and were like, here's a list. This wasn't at the top. This wasn't at the very bottom. This was like somewhere in the middle. And I was like, oh, I really like this one. And you're like, oh my God, that was my favorite too. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. And then because I already had an idea of the title of the sequel, since in my head it's a planned duology. Now I have like a cool working title based on A Diamond Bright and Broken. So I'm like, oh, like I love the sequel's title too. Ooh.
Janine's saying, but Kristen is doing her cover reveal that day. Publishing tends to do things on Tuesdays. So the fact that there's an overlap is not actually a bad thing. And like Holly said, there's more than enough love to go around. So yeah.
Let's see. Hunter said, still 300 pages on paper for my book, but 86 on the document. I started writing the second one today as well. Nice. So you're like almost a third of the way there. That's awesome. And I commented for Rebecca. I was like, oh
yeah, I saw
that. Let's see. Fall doesn't show up for 2 more months here. Yeah, I mean, like, technically in Chicago, whenever it hits September, it becomes fall, but I don't believe it with the climate change. So,
oh, that's a depressing thing to bring up at the end of a stream.
I know. Sorry. I'm either a 10,000% into adult dark bully romance, or why cute high school contemporary kids know in between. Oh, I love and because I feel like I found a lot of good high school contemporary romances that are like, they're not annoying, they have their like misunderstandings and miscommunications, but it's not in this like annoying way. So yeah, so that's like why I'm like, I've been okay with a lot of like high school stuff, because I know some people like, this is for kids, and it's like, exactly.
Yeah, I think you have to just remember going in, like if you're older than the target audience of a book, you then can't be like, oh, this is so immature, and you're like, to you, unless you're saying, oh, this is so immature for a character this age to do, and then you're like, okay, then maybe the writer made it.
Right. Carrie's a romance writer. I don't enjoy the dark stuff between the main characters either. That's why I need to check out this Haunting Adeline, because I'm like, I started to see some stuff around about it, but
I don't. That's not something I would lightly recommend to anyone. And then there are a bunch of people on TikTok who will be like, you can't just recommend Haunting Adeline without warnings. Like you can't just throw people into the deep end. Like they need to have the context of what.
Wait, what the heck? On Goodreads, this book was previously banned on Amazon due to the trigger warning.
Yeah, there's a page full of trigger warnings.
Oh my gosh.
The first page is entirely trigger warnings.
Oh my gosh. Just this indie author that we had read her book in December for the Diversity is Lit book club. Like her review is 1 star. This book is vile, shelved and not for me. I'm like, whoa. Okay.
It's a you love it or you hate it. And then I just looked at the trigger warnings. I was like, I'm going to protect my mental health and my ability to run a business by not reading this book.
I think, okay. Why does this have like over 200,000 ratings?
Because TikTok.
You know what? I'm just going to X out of this.
Yeah, I don't think you need to worry about that right now. Okay. Janine saying the Diamond book could have worked as a title. That was not the title that it was submitted to me as, and also the Diamond book sounds like a science textbook.
Oh yeah. The diamonds, yeah. Nice. Hunter's editing He Who Controls the Weather.
They're doing the cover and editing the book. That's cool.
Nice. Oh yes. Oh my gosh. I haven't read the Most Likely To series. I only read I literally think I read like the fall one in the winter and like the winter one like in the summer. So
I'm actually so behind. I think I have the first one of that sitting on my like Kindle app, and I never got around to reading that series. Yeah. I read through the previous series that she did. It was Out of My League, What Are Friends For? That's
Oh,
not
yes.
the order.
Uh-huh.
The order.
If the Broom Fits.
What Are Friends For? And then Out of My League, even though she wrote one before the other.
Yes, yeah.
And it's been a while. My brain is forgetting. And then Two Kinds of Us.
Yes. If the Broom Fits.
If the Broom Fits. Yeah.
And Can't Catch My Breath.
Can't Catch My Breath. I'm like, I think I forgot one because I knew Two Kinds of Us came out after Can't Catch My Breath.
Love in Fenton County.
Love in Fenton County. Oh my God. It's been so long since I watched one of her videos. I didn't realize how long until I was having trouble naming all the books. I used to religiously read those, and then life just got busy, so I wasn't able to actually start her new series.
Yeah, I need to. I want to pick them up, but I was like, oh, I want to finish the Love in Fenton County series first.
Haunting Adeline is the one with like 2 pages of trigger warnings. Yes.
Your first 3 pages? Oh my gosh, how long? How many trigger warnings do you have?
There is a page in every single book. Sorry, this is Down the Well. That's not the first one that's being published by Inimitable. Too many. Okay. Trigger warning for the Legionnaire. Like 2 lines, not even.
Nice.
Trigger warning for Down the Well. 3 lines, but it's really 2 lines of stuff, but there's like parentheses to kind of explain stuff. Or like I didn't feel like just saying the phrase of what the trigger warning totally worked, because if you just said the phrase, it might turn away more readers than it needed to. So it's like, here's a little bit more of a description.
Oh, nice.
Trigger warning for The Storm Gathers. Trigger warning for Heirs of Bone and Sea is the biggest one.
I was about to say, that one should be a lot longer.
No. But the reason it's the biggest one is that it's an actual note from the author.
Oh, nice.
It's not just the list. So it says, this novel includes some sensitive topics that may be upsetting to some readers, and I've done my best to approach them in an appropriate manner. For your comfort, please be aware of the following topics while reading. And then it's a list. And if I had taken out Kay's like opening to it, this would only be 3 lines. So it would be just as long as the other ones.
Got it.
So that's the only reason why.
Nice. And that's still quite a long list, yeah. All right, on that note, no, but I'm really glad that we have those at the beginning of the books, because I always appreciate having them. Also helps me when I'm picking books for the book club, because I like to include them, and sometimes I have to search and find and scour through like book reviews. But if like an author has it already, then it makes my life so much easier.
Yeah, I wanted to do that for all of these books.
Yeah.
I just realized something, Kay. I'm sorry. The font that says trigger warning is the wrong font in the arc that you're about to get. I will correct it before we send out these. I had everything else correct.
Mm-hmm.
And then weirdly, they cropped the chapter pages wrong. They're like, oh, let's add a white border. I'm like, no, there's no in this book. So this is why it's an arc. That's annoying. I just noticed that.
Oh, gosh.
It's still your book in print, though, the first time, Kay.
Yeah.
It's still very...
Pretty. Yeah, that's true to still have that in there, Janine. An emotional consent. Yeah. All right. Well, I will treasure it forever. Oh, your precious, precious arc. One of a kind. Well, thanks for joining us for the sprints. I'm so glad I got to be on this week. Get to share a sneak peek of the cover and chat with you guys and be productive. It was fun, as always. Yeah, skipping a book or two because of the warnings. Yeah, people don't want surprises, so
sometimes you just have to. And then
Mhm.
people are like, oh, it's going to spoil it. And I'm like, you don't have to give me the details of everything. But if you say like, hey, there's a description of blank in broad terms. And I'm like, well, that blank is really upsetting to me. So I'd rather not do it at all. Only
right.
helps.
Yeah.
It's like if you're reading a romance and someone's like, they fall in love at the end. People are going to be like, that's spoiling it. I'm like, then you don't understand the genre romance. So
That's not
like,
spoiling it.
that's literally the expectation. Or if someone reads a fantasy book and they're like, it's not realistic. It's like, it's not supposed to be.
Right. Oh. Well, we will be here, same time, same place, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Zara will be a guest again next week, so please join us. And then on the 29th, we will be revealing the cover of A Diamond Bright and Broken. Yay! So thanks, you guys, and we will catch you next week. Bye.